What's crack-a-lackin'? Welcome in to My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Show.
Welcome into the episode of My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Podcast. I am your host, Sleaze. Today, we're going to be diving into 6 quarterbacks and tight ends, 3 each, that are going to smash in week 13. And before we dive into how it goes, I like to show my transparency from last week and then show you the scoring that I'm using for quarterbacks and tight ends. So on my quarterbacks last week, you see the projections at the top. This is my Twitter as well. We just hit 25,000 on there. If you guys want to support me on there as well, it'd be greatly appreciated also. So quarterbacks, these go for 20 plus points. That is what I'm looking for. There's no floor. That is it. We're looking for the boom plays. And for tight ends, I'm looking for a 10-point floor with 15-point TD upside. So you can see all my last weeks. Caleb Williams, Stafford hit 20. Purdy did not. Kenneth Walker, Quinton Judkins hit. Henderson, Rico Dowdle did not. Kamara got hurt and freaking 10 touches or 11 snaps into the game. Diggs and Odunze did not hit it. Olave, Flowers, McMillan hit. Travis Kelce, Hunter Henry hit, and Kyle Pitts missed. I'm still looking for that 100% perfect week. This is going to be it, guys. Now, what we're going to look for in this video as well is we're going to be looking for yards allowed to the quarterback position, points allowed to the quarterback position, couple injuries, couple game scripts. Same with the defensive side for the tight end. We're going to be looking at slot snap schemes for the tight end as well, where they line up there. That way they get more production as well. An example would be Harold Fannin, although he's not going to be on this video, even though I do like Fannin this week. Now, before we dive into it, guys, as always, smash that thumbs up, hit that subscription, turn that bell on. I will be live tomorrow on Thanksgiving at 11:45 a.m. Eastern. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, man. I hope you guys eat a ton, stay safe. I know tonight's one of the biggest drinking nights in the world. We might be going out with our buddies here too. And then if you haven't checked out the guys' FF links or drafters.com, the sponsor, both those are pinned in the description of the video. I run them with Big Draft Energy, and he'll be live before me tomorrow, also leading into my show as well. So we'll have 2 shows going for you guys. Now, let's dive in to my 6 smash start quarterbacks and tight ends for week 13. Starting off with quarterback number 1, it is going to be Jacoby Brissett, who has just lit a fire in Michael Wilson and Trey McBride. And we don't know the Marvin Harrison Jr. update with the appendicitis. He could be out there right now. Don't know if he's going to be out there. I'm going to assume that he's not going to play this week as well with the updates that we've seen so far. But make sure you're checking those as we go. So they're going to be heading into the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The over-under 45.5. Tampa Bay is favored by 3 in this game. Now, Tampa Bay's injury side, Baker Mayfield plays. It makes Jacoby Brissett even better to me. But even if Baker doesn't play, I still like him, right? So Hassan Reddick, the linebacker, questionable to go. Cornerbacks Jameel Dean and Benjamin Morrison are questionable to go. We don't know yet either, but they're banged up heading into the game. And their secondary has just been getting pounded. But there's something crazy we need to talk about even before we go into that. So Jacoby Brissett has taken the job in week 6, right? Ever since week 6, he hasn't had a single game under 20 fantasy points, period, right? And that's what you're looking for. Now, on the season, if you took just week 6 to week 12 out of what he's played right now, I mean, where would you think he would rank as the overall quarterback right now? He is quarterback 5 overall over those games, averaging 21.4. That is more than Mahomes. That is more than Stafford, Dart, Dak, Herbert. That is how good Jacoby Brissett is playing. It is absolutely bonkers. And now you are going to get the Tampa Bay Buccaneers secondary, who over the past 4 weeks, guess where they rank, guys? Dead last and 32nd to the quarterback. They give up 27.9 points. And just to give you an idea, the Cincinnati Bengals are second, averaging 24.6. That's 3 more a game average. That is a huge, huge jump on average points. 860 passing yards allowed. They've allowed 8 TDs over 4 games, so 2 TDs a game to the quarterback they're allowing. They've also allowed 3 rushing TDs. I'm not going to say that Jacoby Brissett, his old age, is going to be running in touchdowns, but that's another opportunity there as well because their defense is just struggling. They do stop the run interior with Vita Vea, but they haven't been able to stop the wide receivers at all. And then Michael Wilson's seen 18 targets over the past 2 games. If you include the Flags last game as well, he would have had 18. So, I mean, this is high-flying. Give me Jacoby Brissett. He has QB1 upside this week. Quarterback number 2, and it's going to get a little hairy here because I know that Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers offense hasn't been great as of late. But there is no better bounce back game than the Thanksgiving slate they are going to give us versus the Detroit Lions in a monster game that I think is going to be a big shootout. So 7-3-1 Packers, 7-4 Lions. You're in a dome. You got no weather to worry about in the cold here. 48.5 over under. Detroit is favored by 2.5 in this game. When you look at the Detroit defense right now, injuries they're facing heading into the game. So their DN Paschal is going to be out. Kirby Joseph and their other corner, Terrion Arnold, both questioned, banged up heading into the game. Looks like DJ Reed may be back, playing a little limited off injured reserve. I haven't seen the full update there as well. They've been down Rakestraw as well. Their other corner has been out for the entire year. This is their secondary that is banged up. And remember what Jameis Winston did to him last week as well. Jameis Winston even hit a stanky leg reception where he broke a spin move and scored a touchdown as well. So when I'm looking at this game here, yes, I do know that it's Jordan Love's numbers. They're actually like, look at these numbers though, right? And they're just not passing. The playbook, the play calling, the fleur has not been great. But look at the numbers. So his completion percentage, 11. That's great. Deep balls, 10. Number 10. That's great. QBR, number 4. That's great. They just need to open up this playbook more for him here. I know he had 7 points and under 10 points in 3 out of the last 4 games, which is bonkers. So it is scary, but this is going to be the time that he smashes. And you're also going to be getting back their field stretcher that I believe Jaden, well, we don't know if Jaden Reed is coming back. It says it's uncertain for now, but he did post that tweet with like the Iron Man eyes popping out like he was coming back. So I'm assuming we're going to get the update that he's back next week either way. And hopefully they get Matthew Golden back as well, another field stretcher they get. So if you can get Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson, Christian Watson is like absolutely great off the injury as well. Going out there against a Detroit Lions defense, guys, versus the quarterback, they rank 29th. That's 4th worst in the NFL, giving up 21.1 points per game. 857 passing yards over those games, 6 passing TDs, 2 rushing TDs, and 78 yards on the ground. And Jordan Love, you can see he's been running a little bit, 36 attempts for 160. He's not, a massive like Lamar Jackson type runner, but he can get you a couple yards here and there. And this is a must-win game for both these teams with the playoffs, home field implications on the line. So I know it's risky, but I am taking Jordan Love. I'm starting him in a lot of my own leagues as well because I'm predicting a shootout game here where he smashes for 20-plus points. Quarterback number 3 is going to be the ever shaky Trevor Lawrence, but the Jacksonville Jaguars at 7-4 are not shaky. They're looking like a playoff team this year. You're going to be heading into the Tennessee Titans at 1-10. And the Titans, man, Cam Ward showed a little life last week. So I'm excited to see that versus Seattle, a very tough defense. They got him outside the pocket. You got to see what Cam Ward could do. So I'm a little excited there, which, the firing of their, the play calling that's changed has made the Titans maybe fight a little more into the game scripts here, where it's not just a run over game script. So 41.5, Jacksonville's favored by 6.5 in this game. Now you're going to get BTJ back this week as well. Now he has just weapons everywhere. Imagine if Travis Hunter was out there too. This is why you buy Trevor Lawrence everywhere you could in Dynasty right now as well, because you're tied to Liam Cohen, one of the best offensive minds in football. And now you have Jacoby Myers, Parker Washington, BTJ, Brenton Strange look great like the stud, freaking phenomenal athlete that he is. Now you have Etienne and Tootin as well. It is wheels up. Trevor Lawrence just needs to put a little things together here, and he'll be in that elite tier. Now, you're going against the Tennessee Titans defense here, guys. Now, the Tennessee Titans defense, they've given up 21 points a game over the past 4 weeks, ranking 27th, 768 passing yards, 5 passing TDs, 70 yards on the ground, so about 840. And Trevor Lawrence has been rushing a lot this year, 54 attempts, 210 yards, 5 rushing TDs. That is the number you're looking at for there. And when I'm looking at this matchup here, you got to look at the injuries, too, on the Tennessee Titans side. Both their safeties, so Kendall Brooks and Xavier Woods, are both questionable going into this game. They got banged up last week. They're also DT Tuttle is questionable as well. And Ladarius Sneed, their number 1 corner superstar, is on injured reserve. And you're going to give me BTJ back with safeties banged up over the top is going to be a banger this week against the Tennessee Titans. And I absolutely love Trevor Lawrence to smash. And he's even on some waiver wires, which is crazy. Heading over to the tight end side, smash player number 4 heading into week 13 is going to be Mark Andrews. And guys, it is plain and simple. You could, whatever high school you're at right now, you could probably take your high school tight end, put him on that NFL team, and he would probably smash against Cincinnati Bengals. That is how bad this team is versus the tight end. So when you look at the matchup, you also have the 52.5 over under, tied with the Cowboys game and the Chiefs game for total points, which is what you're looking for. And if you have Mark Andrews, you're kind of mad about the New York Jets game with the 2.6 points last week. Do not fret. He is going to bounce back in a massive way this week, tomorrow on Thanksgiving. Now, what we're going to look at here as well is we're going to look at the Cincinnati Bengals, who are also down Trey Hendrickson, who's not in this game. That's pressure on Lamar Jackson's side. You're also going to have T. Higgins down on the Bengals side as well, but they do get the return of Joe Burrow, which is going to be nice. And then Marco Wilson, I think that's their nickel corner, is questionable as well. And Cam Taylor-Britt went down last week. Shamar Stewart's on injured reserve. That's their number one pick. This defense is absolutely trashed. I mean, Hayward, the linebacker, injured reserve as well. So when you look at this, and guys, just hear these numbers. If you don't start Mark Andrews, I'm going to go nuts. The Cincinnati Bengals have given up 25.7 points per game to the tight end. Look at Hunter Henry last week. That's why I had Hunter Henry as a smash last week. That's why I smash every tight end versus the Bengals, because they just struggle. They've given up 368 yards just to the tight end position. That is terrible in a 4-game span. 3 touchdowns as well. Give me Mark Andrews to absolutely obliterate the Cincinnati Bengals on Thanksgiving Day. Tight end number 2 that I like to smash this week, and I've never really been a high Dallas Goedert guy, but he's had one of those seasons where you just wish you drafted him and had him as your tight end too, because he's a great plug-and-play tight end. This is a big game. You got the 8-3 Chicago Bears, playoff implications on the line for home field here, heading to the 8-3 Eagles. This is our Friday night game. Just amazing. They give us 3 on Thanksgiving. Hey, we'll give you 1 on Friday too. I like that as well. 44.5 over under. Philly is favored by 7. Now, the Chicago Bears defense, guys, is just in shambles, man. I don't even know if I have enough time to read this list to you guys, okay? So just think about this. These are questionable, okay? These are questionable. Cornerback, let me do it the other way. Their stud corners, Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon, not activated off reserve. They should be back next week. So they're not going to make this short week game. He was practicing last week. He's not going to be out there. And Jalen Johnson's an absolute stud. Tremaine Edwards, linebacker, injured reserve. Adebayo, starting DN, injured reserve. Turner, starting DT, injured reserve. Frazier, backup corner. Terrell Smith, backup corner. Plug and play pieces, both on injured reserve. Now, this is just the questionable list heading into the game because they were down 3 linebackers last week as well. So Stevenson, the cornerback, questionable. He's a backup, but still, they're so beat up that he's questionable. Sewell, the linebacker, questionable. Robinson, DN, questionable. TJ Edwards, play caller, questionable. He looks like he's gonna be out according to the updates. Newman, that's not the right guy. And then Hypotite, I don't even know, secondary rotational backup linebacker because they're so beat. He's questionable. Now, I know that A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith do have advantageous matchups here as well because of all the injuries. Saquon Barkley does as well because of all the injuries. But the Chicago Bears are also really struggling versus the tight end. They've given up 15.5 points per game. If I can get that from Dallas Goedert, I'm smashing that all day. They've given up 24 receptions, 251 yards, and 2 touchdowns as well. And I know Goddard's had the 2 5-point games, so people get scared to start players when they have 2 bad games. This matchup is great, and this guy, look at these numbers, man. Target share, 19.1%, that's top 8. Snap share, 84%, that's number 7. And his snap share in the last 2 weeks has been 90 and 92. That's elite tight end 1. Route participation, number 4 in the NFL at 91%. He even lines up in the slot. Red zone target 7. I love Dallas Goedert this week, and people are going to be asleep on him because he had 2 bad games. Last but not least, we're going to get really, really scary here. The only reason I like this is based on, well, obviously the matchup reason-wise, because I like the Seattle matchup versus the tight end, but this is going to be based on the quarterback situation at hand, and it's going to be T.J. Hawkinson, and I know if you don't want to start him, that is fine. This, again, I don't use superstar names, so I'm not going to give you like the top 5 tight ends and be like, smash, start him. This is a play I like based on game script and based on the matchup. So when you're looking at T.J. Hawkinson, he's had J.J. McCarthy just ruin the Minnesota Vikings. Like Justin Jefferson, I don't even know if he's startable. Jordan Addison, I don't know if he's startable. You know, the running back game here heading at the 12th man with Max Brosmer at quarterback is going to be a nightmare. But what do you get with a first-time starting quarterback in a Kevin O'Connell system is going to be a security blanket. And that's who he's going to be looking for in this game, probably the most. Justin Jefferson's going to draw all the attention like he always does. He's, still a superstar in my eyes no matter what. But just look at this matchup here, right? So you get the Seattle Seahawks. They rank 27th versus the tight end, giving up 18.7 points, 340 yards over 4 games. That's a phenomenal number right there for TJ Hawkinson. 2 touchdowns as well. And do we think the Minnesota Vikings are going to be leading in this game at all at Seattle? I do not think that at all. I am looking for volume playing from behind. I'm looking for pass-heavy volume from a first-time starting quarterback, looking for the security blanket. And I like TJ Hawkinson to get over 10-plus points this week, and people are mostly going to sit him. And you got to pay attention to the game script, how it's going to look, and the matchup is beautiful. I love TJ Hawkinson this week. Thanks for rocking with me. That is the end of the Smash Start quarterbacks and tight ends, 3 each that I love this week. I know one of them is risky, man, with Jordan Love, but the matchup is there. Everything is there for it. I know it's scary, but I love him this week. So if you guys haven't already on your way out, make sure you tap that like button, hit that subscription, turn that bell on so you know when I'm live, so you know when the content drops. And again, if you guys haven't checked out the sponsors, drafters.com or the Guys FF, both those are in the description of the video again as well. And my next video is going to be my wide receivers, and then hopefully I get the stardom sit-ems possibly done today. I've got about 3 hours here, so I'm going to crank as much as I can. I hope you guys enjoyed the content, man. All the support you guys have given me, absolutely amazing. If you guys have any questions, comments, drop them down below. That's it for me. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Sleazebum out.